J Pro World again. My people, how can a country revoke all visas to another country? Tell me how that makes sense. Would you consider this an abuse of power, or it is just a way of really and truly just using the influence where you have against poorer countries to make them kneel before you? Them have a thing, where them say, we have some people in authority, and because they are aware of what they offer, them just use it all against you. So when we see now where America cancelled, revoke all visas to South Sudan, so the South Sudanese them can't get no American visa. Why? Because of a simple dispute over deportation, where that place decides, say, them not take the people them where them a send back, where them a try deport back to the country. Ah, boy. But does it warrant such a drastic measure to revoke all visas to that country? That is very, very, very drastic. It's nothing new, because we saw what happened to Colombia. They were the first ones. So it's definitely nothing at all new. But it make you beg for the question. Then at the time when this Marco Rubio, right? Rubio, something of that nature, I think his name is. The U.S. Secretary of State. Right? So when he went to Jamaica, let's say whatever his requests were or anything like that or anything, if that wasn't met, would it be a case that all visas to Jamaica would have been revoked as well? So nobody from Jamaica couldn't get no visa for America? Because if they can do it to one, they can do it to others. Remember, Colombia catch them freed and take them. South Sudan is already going through what they are going through. We all know these countries are very poor, and when it comes on to standard of living in some of these countries, it's a different ball game. But nevertheless, the weaker you is as a nation or as a country, and people think, say, well, certain countries are definitely the land of opportunities. So these countries feel the same, and they will use that against you, which is why we see that the U.S. cancel visas for South Sudanese over deportation dispute. Further into the discussion, we will tell you guys as to why and what the dispute is all about, really, in more details, right? So U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, right, has announced that the U.S. is immediately revoking visas issued to all, not even a couple, This is general across the board now, to all South Sudanese passport holders due to the African nation refusing to accept its citizens who have been removed from the U.S. Boy, me confusing. This is very, 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 very confusing. So you meet all the requirements then and everything. So because of the issue with them have with the government, because who you claim to say you want to send back, you can't send back. You are go revoke visas issued to all South Sudanese passport holders. No, man. Sitting tan so tan bad. If this are not abuse of power, but we see many things happening, you know. Right now, we see tariff run left, right, and center. Who impose a 104% tariff? Is that like Jaja no? But some of them sitting here bigger than we. So we have to just take time and take time and go through them little by little. So Marco in a statement made it clear, adding that the US will also block any arriving citizen of South Sudan, the world's newest country at US port of entry. Just because then suppose all 100 smaddy when I send back then. What if I like 100 South Sudanese you were sending back to their country via deportation? Are you saying to me because the African nation don't say them probably not want them back then, all right? You know what about the 100 of them? We are cancel everybody who have a passport in South Sudan. Then cannot get a visa for America. Drastic bad. But them tell you say who wield the power. Them wield some type of way. Jaja know. What a day, what a day. When a man with bigger power come to the forefront. Because all of what we are fight for, all of what we are doing, all of what we are going with, you know. Some of these people seems to forget that we are on borrow time. All right. He blamed the failure of South Sudan's transitional government to accept the return of its repatriated citizens in a timely manner. So they do accept them, but not in a timely manner then. So what I am getting from this, them do comply, you know. They do comply. Good summer. Listen that. Ice cream. Boy, oh boy. Anyway. Yes, my people. They do comply, but they don't do it on their timing. Not in a timely manner. So even when they agree, probably them did say this week them fi arrive, but them say they can't come next month. And I discuss the problem. All right, all right. A cornerstone of president, whatever him want name, immigration policy is removing unlawful migrants from the US with the promise of mass deportation. But me tell somebody already, you know that. All right. Me just deliver on me other channel that the IRS has just agreed to share people private confidential information with the immigration and custom enforcement officers then, right? I have also seen that they have ignored the judge order to return the man who them send wrongfully go to El Salvador, according to them, administrative error. But with that administrative error, they say they cannot return that man back to the United States of America. But if you are needed, any country that you're in, you can be extradited. Right? And if there is a citizen of that country anywhere in the world that needs to get home, they can. Right? But this man who was wrongfully deported to El Salvador into a maximum security prison, one of the most dangerous prisons in El Salvador right now, right? Them say they cannot bring him back to America, even though a judge ordered that he should be brought back on American soil, because he was not supposed to be deported in the first place, because he had protected status. But we see green card holder, I get detained. We see citizen, I get detained. We see one traffic stop and lead to all kind of something. So we see so many things going on with people where it make you really have to wonder. That's why I can tell a man, it's when a man take up themselves and say, they run gone all a foreign. Y'all go fight war for my people, yeah. But you're going to army, all in kind of something there. Right now, I want to tell you, say, me deliver a story the other day where the lady say from this whole mass deportation thing come out, the way our employers them start treat her like some little girl, then cut all her money and make she know, say, she must count this as a blessing that she have a job. Because she not no paperwork and she have a, that's me I say, Jaja. If those days could come back around, a lot of these people that love it when they can work without pay and turn up over with piece of whip. If those days. And then when we emancipate yourself from mental work without pay, it doesn't matter how you emancipate yourself from that, it's still a go on indirectly. Countries still get used because other countries have more power and can donate aids and food aid, this aid, that the aid, medical aid, this, that, and all of these things, financial aid for whatever. They know they can do this, so they use some other countries. So when you see a man run, go so boom, 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 boom. See him here some Muriel McLean, Bakra Master style. It not change. So how we go emancipate ourselves from work without pay? And we still oppress a be things still a go on. Because look here now. You want to send back a few people to a country and because you face like a backlog. Remember, you know, say the man them not take them back, You say, because the failure of South Sudan's transitional government to accept the return of its repatriated citizen in a timely manner. So they might take them back, but them just not take them for phone no timing. We no cancel everybody will own a passport. Every passport holder, you revoke them visa. So may I tell you? And then you have some people who left them country and go a foreign country, but living the dream. Offer everything to that the country. They build up everything. Go all war for them. Come back with 1 foot, 1 hand for what? And then the next thing we are passing up our roadside homeless. Mental illness and near mouth you what's it not? You turn madman. All for what? Some people, if you crush them, can then just cause a whoops by you and nothing can help it. Look how much people are get deported right now. See a little student there right now, we get stopped in a traffic stop. Him have 1 year before him graduate. And right now, him in a ICE detention center. No criminal record, nothing. And them still are investigating thing them say before them let him go. All right. Why? Then go on and they say, it is time for the transitional government of South Sudan to stop taking advantage of the United States. What? You know, hear that good? Them say, the country take advantage of them. Every country must accept the return of its citizens in a timely manner when another country, including the United States, seek to remove them. Okay. Baka master. You hear that? I want to see what happens even with the tariff. Uno, impose tariff for me. So me not run country. Why me can't impose it back for uno? If you push your 104, me push your 120. And make you run and run and run till you mash up the whole place. So, you see, the superior thing where people want to be superior. Not just to others, but to other country. It bring a them something here. Cause everybody to be affected with a lot of world. You understand me I say? We have 1, 2. Who to tell if we can look out for 3? Because what go on now, it go trigger off a lot of things. You hear them say? Every country must accept the return of their citizens in a timely manner when another country, including the United States, seek to remove them. It comes as fear grow that South Sudan may again descend into civil war. And in March, the U.S. ordered all its non-emergency staff in South Sudan to leave as regional fighting broke out, threatening a fragile peace deal agreed in 2018. Boy, oh boy. South Sudanese in the U.S. were previously granted temporary protected status, TPS. I don't know what happened to that. I know, do they do that over there now? They were part of a legal program which give them legal status, protected status to be in America. And all of a sudden, you cancel, you send them back and like them do something and them in a criminal activity or nothing, you send them back. And just something where people see send off, where them send off it did it and them cancel it and then just a force everything for the country them and them have to take it. So the temporary protected status, which allowed them to remain in the U.S. for a set period of time. The temporary protected status for South Sudanese in the U.S. has been due to expire by May. South Sudan, the world's newest nation, gained independence in 2011 after separating themselves from Sudan. But just two years later, following a rift between president and vice president, the tension erupted into a civil war in which more than 400,000 people were killed. So, you see? All right. You don't like to think that a mother country or a country where them a lead would have been like a protector to other country and they would help them, given that these people come into their country peacefully and is working and contributing meaningfully to society. Mean working, paying the tax and all the others, right? But you're pulling your people and then chucking people who haven't done anything, who are under a temporary protection program, and you cancel that, and now you're chucking these people right back into the heart of war. Remember, I want to say it yesterday, 400,000 people pass away in the whole civil WA war, in this WAR, right? And then look what happened. You know, I chuck back how many numbers in there again? Because people flee this country because of conflicts. And it is a humanitarian thing to do for these big top countries to kind of accept these people and put them into a refugee program. Give it, me not support nobody if you got no people country in a refugee program and no want to go work and pay tax. That no in it. But if you get somewhere, you're supposed to work and pay a tax and do the right thing. All right. A 2018 power struggle, sharing agreement between the two stopped the fighting, but key elements of the deal have not been implemented, including a new constitution, an election, and the reunification of armed group in a single army. Boy, violence between ethnic and local group has continued in parts of the country. Since returning to office, right? Yeah, man, Muriel McLean, the cycle start. Them not care about nobody, man. The cycle start all over again. They no business about nobody, man. They only business about themselves. Since returning to office, the new president has clashed with international governments over deportation of their nationals from the US. What about that go on? In January, Colombia President Gustavo Petro barred 2 US military flights carrying deported migrants from landing in South America, in the South America country. Colombia president then relented. Boy. Make we put it for we, other than say relented, right? Make we say back down after the president now, current president for America, promised to place crippling tariff and sanctions on Colombia. One of the most famous South Sudanese citizens currently in the US is Duke University star basketball player, 18-year-old Kaman Maluk, right? A spokesman of the university said on Sunday the school is aware of the announcement regarding visa holders from South Sudan. We are looking into the situation and working expeditiously to understand any implications for Duke. Yeah, no. Him nothing probably not happen to him because I'm going to benefit them. If you are going to benefit them, can go play basketball and make them look good on the international scene and you don't have a problem. You don't have a problem. I feel the regular people them. And if you say you didn't want to go into the army and go to war, you don't have a problem. Because you're going to give your life for them. Me hope the people them wise up still. So this one who played for the South Sudanese Olympic basketball team last summer spent much of his life in Uganda after fleeing his violence in his homeland as a child. And it may I try to tell you, none of these people are running away from violence in South Sudan. It's a very war-ridden kind of place where one of things go on. You know, power struggle. People just want to forcefully get out this a president, that the president, this a party, that the party, you have rebel, you have this, you have that. But when you're going to cancel every passport holder, chance of getting a visa or who have it already revoked, that's serious, man. That's a bit drastic, man. That's a bit of abuse of power. But we are seeing that a lot these days in regards to immigration. Because there is a promise being made that there will be mass deportation and it will happen by all means, even if the rules them have to bend a little bit. And if some people who are in high position has to be forced, you know, and stuff like that, it will have to happen. They don't really care. Oh, and I think that's the scary part coming in, you know. The scary part comes in when people who are in power and in authority are willing to break the rules or go against any law that governs whatever body they represent, you know, they are willing to go against that, then we go have a problem. And we see it happening. Right now, the IRS have a lawsuit because they breach privacy and confidentiality of the internal revenue code. So you don't know. But they didn't care because guess what? They're under pressure from bigger heads. And bigger heads no business about the law. They don't care. Because according to them, they are the law. They choose the judges. They choose everything. Where do we go from here? What we are going to see happen next? We can't hear say any country, all of them passport holder can't get a visa for America because of what go on. Because anything with them ask for and they not get it, you know, have to ask the retaliation where you come. It's that simple. But people may just decide to bring on this and make you know what really take place out there on the immigration front. I just want to tell some people, say, if them never, boy, me can't even tell people that, say, if you never run off yet, nobody again. Because I don't know what a man I got you, I don't know where a woman I got you, at Jamaica or Africa or wherever. So at the end of the day, a man, if you just do what I do and be careful. And just know, say, if them catch you by the slightest, you got your yard. It's that simple. So my people, until then, me just want to stay good. And remember, guys, we are working on some merchandise. We are working on mugs, hats, t-shirt, tracksuit, keyring, vest tops, and I want to get some little gym wear in them too. And what else we have there? Pullovers. So we have some whole heap of things where we are working on. So we right now where we at, I'm actually in search of a designer. That's what I'm after right now, guys. Because I don't want to do things just normal and, you know, fling me thing back. No, I want to do things official. Because what I want to do, I want to design an official logo properly for the channels so that we can actually launch them in like almost like a clothing line setting. You understand? And stuff like that. So guys, yeah, any person who do art, they can draw, blah blah blah, anything you call yourself, designer, anything, you know, just reach out on any one of the channel them, J Progress Entertainment, JAYY-PRO World. Reach out and make the link. You guys have my email address, me have my number and stuff like that on J Progress Entertainment channel. So you can check it out, guys. You understand? But until then, everybody big up on yourself and thank you guys again for joining the live. This was a quick one. US cancel all visas for South Sudanese over deportation dispute. Does it make any sense? Boy, I think it's just a drastic measure for sure. Countries that we are who we is, and at this we can do, and at this we are do. So know what we are do. Anything what we say, just do it. Simple as that. My people, until then, big up on yourself. One JAYY-PRO World, my people. Remember, good no man, you not have to ask nobody nothing, and nobody not have to tell you nothing. I just one JAYY-PRO World. Believe no man.